Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. Today, we're going to hopefully be building another row of shops. The last row of shops we done was this one, and for some reason, you guys enjoyed it so much. I was getting comments all the time. I still get comments saying, when are you doing the interior to the row of shops? When are you going to add on to the row of shops? And it's a weird phenomenon, in my opinion, because it's in my opinion, one of the worst sort of miniature builds, if you like, collection of builds in the entire city. It's the part of the city that I actually dislike the most. I like the corner building and I don't mind that end building, but I hate the red building. There's just nothing involved with it. There's no detail. It's just blank, red and boring. I don't like the glass in it. I don't like the windowsills on that red building. I think I don't mind the brick ones as much because I think the brick one takes away the blandness, the blankness from the building itself, and then having this what is it, like the curtain porches, whatever they have over the doors and windows, I think that just adds a little bit of colour and that really helps. But I don't like the middle ones, so we'll probably tear that down and build something else there, or at least change the blocks up. But, and coincidentally, this was made from Lego bricks, wasn't it? Or inspired from a Lego row of shops build. Coincidentally, someone on Facebook, I'm not going to say your first name because I don't want to get it wrong and offend you, or just butcher it and make it sound weird. So I'm just going to call you Nazrin, which was his surname. Mr. Nazrin sent through another row of shops. Now, I don't know if he's a new subscriber or a subscriber for quite a while. He's sent me a few messages. We've had quite the chat on Facebook over time. But he sent me another row of shops, which is made out of Lego as well, which is super weird how, I don't know, maybe row of shops just work really well in Lego. I suppose they join together quite well. But this is more of a grayscale row of shops, and I'm going to put that on this side. I think that'd be cool. We've got this sort of a relatively thin amount of space. It'll probably end up being about as deep as those row of shops. We might be able to do it. We might even be able to do it on the other side. That could be pretty cool, but we'll leave that for another time. We'll do another row of shops down there, I'm sure. But yeah, more grayscale. There seems to be a little bit more detail, a little bit more breaks between each sort of floor. So in Minecraft, that should relate or translate into a more interesting build to look at. So let's get some grey blocks that we like. Obviously, cyan clay is a great one. Normal clay is a great one. Stone brick is a great one. People always, I've had a few people ask recently, why are you always so concerned about using monster egg bricks? Because if I break them in a survival world, or if I ever make it into a server or something like that, I don't want the possibility of silverfish coming out. So yeah, I am very, very careful with that. You know, these blocks, as long as we don't have the top visible or the bottom visible, those could work very well. So will the slabs. Cobblestone walls could work. These ones could work, certainly. Any more, like, interesting grey blocks? Maybe wool, but I don't know about wool too much. I think we've got a decent amount of different grey blocks. I mean, there's 6 different grey blocks there. Then we're going to want to have a block that just stands out on 2 of the buildings. Something like a grey, like a grey block, but something a little bit, I don't know, more interesting. You know, acacia wood could look okay. That's odd to hear. Acacia wood's probably, or acacia logs are probably my least favourite log. But we want just something that has a little bit of a texture. A little bit of a different colour. Like a brown. A brown would go really well. You know, I think dark oak planks could work. Now, I might be wrong with that. I might be wrong. We'll just have to see later on. Let's turn the shaders off here. There we go. We can build a little bit. We don't get that field of view while building then. So we want to have these blocks. This is going to be a very thin building on the front, like a very thin building. We'll put around here, and then this comes up and over the top. I think we're going to be doing, I think we've done it the same way with the last row of shops we've been doing with a few buildings recently. Instead of doing a blueprint, a footprint, like most of the time we do, we're going to build the fronts of the buildings first. I think that would be a better way to do it in this case. We're going to come up here and here, here and here, and this is going to be where a window's going to be. like that. And then we're going to go back a block now. Going back 2 blocks would be really cool. So if I put that there, and then we come up with the clay, which I think is going to work really well in these sort of... No, I'm going to use stone brick. And we're going to use stone brick because I want clay on the next building. So we're going to put this up here for a windows height again. A 3-block high window. These are tall buildings. Oh, they're not that tall. They're as tall as that. Yeah, no, we're cool. I don't want them to end up being, like, skyscrapers in the middle of nowhere. You could quite easily unintentionally do something like that. We'll have these as a break block. And then we'll have a window above here, which is going to be a smaller 2x2 window, just like a top floor window. Like so. We'll put a nice dark edging onto it. Maybe some kind of stair, a nice stone stair, stone brick stair. Ooh, like a stone one. Really make it pop out. Might only need those 2. I'm not a huge fan of the darkness of those. Oops. Stair. I would use these ones, but again, they have that line going across, which changes depending on the direction of the building. What about these ones? These ones, I think, they're grey. They're a block that we, for some reason, didn't go with. Oh, yeah, because we use them for the roofs mostly. Yeah, okay, I like that. Very grayscale, very thin, but it's just like an end building on there. The next building starts 1 block back, and this is more of a flat-fronted building. Now, at the bottom here, on the Lego picture, it's like green and blue, and I don't really like the look of that, personally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start incorporating the brown in here, which is going to be also the same higher up. I'm going to put 2 blocks, I think, like that. We'll have the doorway in, and then there's going to be a shop window. It doesn't really matter how long it is. I don't think there's a reason for it to be specifically an odd number or specifically an even number. I can't think of anything that's going to like ruin the build later on. But now at the top here, I can incorporate that green and blue just because we can. As like a shop. If you imagine this was like a game store. What are they called? We call it Game in the UK. I think our branding is very boring. We used to have Game Station, but they were bought out by Game. I'm pretty sure the States had Game and Game Station as well. Yeah, so that goes in there. We're then going to have a little break that I think I'm going to put flush with that block to go along there. I might get rid of this lamppost as well. We'll have to see until the end. I don't like getting rid of too many lampposts. Okay, then we're going to go with the dark again. Now, again, this dark block might be changed. I don't know 100% if I like the darkness of it. It might end up looking too dark, and we might just change it out. We can use World Edit to literally just swap out dark oak for a lighter block. But we want something different. We want something that does stand out, deliberately stand out. And then I want this one again, I think. I think we'll do another one like that. Do I wrap it around here? No, I don't think we do have it standing out on there. I think I'd much rather have it... I think we'll go with clay. Like that. And then we have another one. I think this building, they should, in Lego terms, they all ended up being the same height by the looks. There's like maybe a 1 or 2 block difference high. This, I think, Lego, on the Lego version of this building, it's 2 blocks taller. Or 1 block taller this one is compared to that house, shop. But I think in Minecraft forms, that might be a little bit different. If we are just 1 block higher, then that's going to be pretty crazy, really. All right, another break. I think I already prefer this row of shops to the last row of shops. I don't know why, 100%. Oh, that was meant to be clay. Because the next small section up now, well, not small section, it's the same size section, in fact, is going to be made out of this smooth grey. I really like how all of these different clays, different greys, are going to work together. Like that, yeah. So we're about 2 blocks higher. We're pretty close to how Lego imagined it to be. And then that one we're not going to have any stairs on. We just leave that like so. I actually like the dark brown already. The dark oak. I think that's going to look really nice once we sort of do more in together. Okay, so now the third building takes the block palette of the first building, and the fourth building takes the color palette of the second building. So it's like the grey, the brown one, the grey, the brown one. So I think this is going to work quite well. If we're going to use the same color palette, then we want to have these cyan ones starting here. This one has a door set back as well. It seems to be set back a little bit further than the other one, so I'm actually going to do that. What block did I use for the... Yeah, I used clay. So we're going to have the door set a little bit further back than all of the other doors. It's like that a little bit of an enclose. And this should be red, in fact, or a red or a brown. Red, I want a dark red. Have we got a dark red? Like an almost brown is what I want. That's pretty close. Light grey has a sort of reddish like hue to it. Brick, no. I want a colour, but I don't. What about in stair? Does that give me any idea? I mean, I've got I've got coloured everything. Like, I've got bright colours. But I don't like using those blocks too much. They're very flat. They're very no feel to them. We'll go around. I'll have a look afterwards to see if there's a colour that we can incorporate that I like. I'm going to come up here. And then this is going to be a window. This one, in my opinion, looks like a little bit of a miniature side restaurant. Like a little one of them hidden gems that nobody knows about, and you keep a secret with your friends because like this place is so good and it's so empty. If we tell people about it, it's going to get busy. That's a little bit harsh thing to do, isn't it? But we do it. I have a place that I really like in a city that nobody goes to. It's like completely dead, and it's like one of the greatest places. If you want absolutely like the best burgers ever. Alright, so this one has like little balconies upon it. Balconies are sort of set. They're these balconies that you can't really walk on. They're sort of just, you can open the door, but they just go to like a rail out the front. So we could use fences or iron bars, but I'm going to use these ones. They're the brick ones. I think are going to work really well. It's a texture that we don't incorporate into the building all that much yet because it's going to be the roof texture. And I don't know if I want it there or not yet. We want anywhere at the middle-ish. So that would be 1, 2, 3. That one. 1, 2. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. That one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think I can move it in 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I think that's better balanced. Put these ones like that. We're then going to have a doorway. I'm gonna do that. Ah. Oh, hold on. I'm a block out, aren't I? Yeah, I'm a block out anyway. That should be there. Now that matches the other side. 3 blocks to begin with. Ah, but then that. Oh, this is hard to fit in. This is hard to squeeze in. That one. I want a block in the middle here. Okay, I know how to do it. We're going to make the building 1 block wider. we made this by 1 block wider, I can move that down. I can take that out. That's made the window wider. We move up 1. We have 2 on that side, 2 on that side. Put that block there, put that there, put that there. And then boom, we have ourselves a grey block in the middle here. Perfect. Okay, happy again. Happy again. This comes up here, over the top for that doorway. This one does the same thing. It's actually not that crazy of a build, is it? Once you sort of get your head wrapped around it in Minecraft terms, it's not crazy difficult. That doesn't need to be there. Oh, that needs to be there though. It just saves me some space, stops me getting confused. Okay, so there's the first. But as you can see, we're using the same sort of color palette. We end up being 1 block higher on this one than we do on that one because of the doors. Yeah, because of the whites of the top here. I could not make that so by putting that here. And then we could have 3 doors along the front there. And then we could drop this down by 1 block. I think it'd be better if they had the same height. And just take rid of those. So now that grate and that grate are the same height. This is going to look really cool when we get the doors in. You probably use like birch doors or something like that. Put those in like this and here. And then birch doors. They sort of have this really nice, I don't know, sort of white restaurant-y style doors on them. Yeah, that's exactly right. Cool, excellent. And like it's just a door to nothing, like I don't know, a smoking balcony for people that are smoking in the restaurant. Like by door, they can go up there and smoke out the balcony, so they don't have to go like all the way outside. I don't know, maybe it's like a high-end posh restaurant, probably something like that. Okay, we want to drop this back by 1, so we're going to put this back here before our next flat section. If we want to do the same, it's going to be stone bricks. Is going to come up here, and this goes pretty much the same. It should work out to be the same height as building number 1. Hopefully, that's the plan. So we have that one. I'm going to try and see how many windows I can fit in on this one. I think I want to have 2 blocks there though. And just like go for as many windows as I can instead of trying to just put a single one. That one. Yeah, I can. I can get 4 windows perfectly in there. I think that's really cool how that sort of spreads out. They're a little bit closer together. Gives a little bit of a different style. I know on the picture there's 2 windows on this floor. I want 4. Yeah, got a problem with that, punk? We'll have these going across. How would have time? I might be able to get... We might be able to get the fronts done. And then at the top here, again, is another balcony. So we're going to get these ones. This is a balcony that it appears as so you can stand on. I might change these to iron bars as well. I don't know. I think maybe iron bars could work with them. I don't want it to look industrial. I always find that iron bars look very industrial to a certain point. I think we'll go with the wood for the part that you're going to stand on. We're not going to have there because that's going to be the edge of the building. And we don't go here because obviously that's going to be the edge of the building that comes down towards the back. It's 2 sides of the building, isn't it? We'll put another one in so it's not 1 block wide. That would be a little bit too thin. 2 blocks wide I think is a little bit more capable. And then at the top here we have stone brick again. So stone brick can go to the side, but we might remove that block if it doesn't. Yeah, I think we will. No, we will go to here. Up the edge, and I might put these ones here as well, just to give it a cool little snazzy look to it. 1 more. Stone brick. Yep. And then along the top. Yeah, I can go along this one. Because the door, wherever I put the door, if I put the door in the middle. Oh, that's the middle. I don't want a door in the middle then. I want it to be an even number door. Door can be there. And then a couple of windows. couple of little windows in there. Perfect. The windows are even small windows like those ones. They are one block lower because of the slabs, but that's okay. I don't mind that at all. And then we'll wrap this over the top. And bang, we've got ourselves the third building. That's really cool how that sort of stacks back like that. It looks really empty because it's just the fronts and there's no glass. Glass is such an important part to any Minecraft build because it makes it look so much more solid for some reason. I don't really know why. I can't do the fourth one. We can't get this fourth one in. So next episode, we shall use the second color palette of the second building to do another one on the end. Now this building should be a building that you put on a corner by the looks, because there's this last building has the side texture to it. We don't need to do that, or I can put the side texture down with like windows and detail and stuff like that, and have a little bit of a car park here. We don't really have a car park in this area. So maybe before the little row shops, even if we just have like 6 car parking spaces, I don't want to take up too much room with car parking spots. I think we have like 6 of them, that then gives us a reason to have that little side window there. Yeah. Okay, if you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. See with the shaders on, now that we've got decent shaders. Yeah. Also, check out how the windows glow from interiors that have been done. That's so cool out of the stained glass. It's like a real warm glow. Alright guys,